What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here again with another video for you. Today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at Celsius Network. So I recently did a video on Blockfi and what my experience is and where I see their future going over the next few years. And the reason I wanted to basically bring up this video and kind of bring this to people's attention is right now with all of the world events, can't say the key word, but I think we all know what I'm talking about here. There's a lot of world events going on right now that people are wondering about how their investments are going to look and how they can leverage their money in the safest way possible. And in my personal opinion, in the next 5 to 10 years, what I like to call this legacy financial system that we're in right now is simply just going to cease to exist, or it's going to deteriorate at very least. So I think cryptocurrency, obviously, being on this channel is, in my opinion, the future. And I like to see new tools and new resources and new ways to leverage your existing crypto and to earn passive income, earn interest, and so on and so forth. So I think that going through this process here is a really good exercise. And I'll link down below a link to my previous video where I did a Blockfi review, and I actually used Blockfi, where I earn passive income for a small position of my crypto. Now, being someone that specializes in cold storage and crypto security and owning your own private keys, I want to say this with the caveat that I still have the majority of my position is offline in cold storage in my possession, because if it's not your keys, it's not your Bitcoin. With that said, you should have several capital buckets. You should have capital buckets when you're in crypto that are allocated for trading. You should have capital buckets that are available for investing. You should have capital that's designated for spending, and then also your long-term storage. Now, it's ultimately up to you on how you want to allocate the percentages of each of those buckets. And I'm not a financial advisor, but just to kind of give you an idea, I'd say about 80% of my holdings are offline. They're going to remain offline. I'm going to hold the private keys, potentially for generations to come. And I have a certain amount that I'm willing to risk. This is my risk capital that I utilize and try to leverage so that I can earn interest and make more money and put my money to work. Much like people previously did in the stock market, what I'm trying to do here with crypto is to find a way to ultimately leverage the crypto I have and earn interest on it. So what Celsius Network does is it honestly is very similar to Blockfi. What Blockfi does and what Celsius Network do is they allow you to deposit a certain amount of crypto, and you can earn a percentage of that in interest for holding it onto their platform. They also do crypto-backed loans. What that means is if you want to get a loan for, let's say, $10,000, you can put up a certain amount of your crypto as collateral, and they will give you a low interest rate and give you cash. So if you need to buy a car or pay off student loans or pay off credit cards or whatever your situation is, this gives you a tool that you can leverage your crypto to do so, which other financial systems may not give you an opportunity to do. So I find it very, very interesting. Now, I'm going to kind of give you some of the pros and the cons to Celsius Network here. I will have a link down below in the description if this is something that you're interested in. I did take out my first position in this network just because I like to support various crypto networks, and I have a certain amount of capital that I'm willing to put in, that I'm risking or essentially willing to put on the network in exchange for earning interest and getting a return on my investment. So, this is one of the platforms that I've done a lot of research on. Previously, only Blockfi was one of the ones that I trusted or at least had faith in based on the fundamental research, and Celsius Network came, onto my radar, and I really wanted to give them a test. And they do have some features and some benefits that you're not going to find with Blockfi. So I wanted to bring this to my users, let them know what their options are. Again, this is in no way financial advice whatsoever, but I'm just trying to inform the crypto public or the followers of my channel different ways that they can leverage their crypto and they can earn money, and this is a very, very good way to do it. So as you can see, Celsius.network is the website. From here, it allows you to obviously earn, borrow, or pay on the blockchain. there's an iPhone app. So you can't get that with other services like BlockFi, but you can deposit crypto into the wallet here and you can hold it for a set amount of time. And this also, we'll get into the different coins that you can use and what makes it maybe a little bit better, a little bit different than BlockFi. So stay with me here. So first, the partners. BitGo is one of the largest crypto custodians in the world. They have a lot of partnerships with a lot of reputable companies, including Amazon, including the Litecoin Foundation, including like I mentioned, BitGo and Corbit. You know, these are all very big name partners and help legitimize it as a company, so it isn't some sort of just fly by night scam or fly by night company as well. So they do. It says here that they have over $5.74 billion in loan origination, over half a billion in assets, and 77K plus wallets. So just touching on the key features here, this is cash loans. So this allows you to borrow dollars at the absolute lowest rate, and you can utilize and leverage stable coins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and I'm going to get down into some other altcoins that you can use that BlockFi does not have. So it's a good edge if there's a certain crypto that you have that you want to leverage and earn interest on. So it gives you an iPhone app. You can track everything directly. BlockFi only gives you right now a web application, and you can sort of see your live balances and numbers and so on. This is an iOS and Android app, which is very, very convenient, and you can actually earn potentially up to a lot more interest. So what they have here is they have SellPay, and it basically allows you to instantly send Bitcoin and other cryptos with no wallet, so you can send it directly here from this phone to another phone, not necessarily to a direct wallet. So that's a very, very interesting feature. This allows you, it says here basically, the Celsius network was founded on the belief that we can all do well for our good in our community. Users pay the lowest interest on loans while feeling good that up to 80% of the revenues are shared with the depositors and not the shareholders. So this is a community-based project. They're really emphasizing here that they're not using all the profits here, or at least not 100% of the profits here, to pay back institutional investors. This is sort of a sharing economy where you're going to ultimately be able to have the dividends paid to the people that are within the network and with the depositors. So it's very commendable. I like the sentiment behind that. So you can technically earn up to 10% interest on deposits. That's more than any bank's going to give you. And right now, with potentially negative interest rates coming and other things like that, you know, this is a very compelling option for you. You know, so they do have their own coin or their own token called Cell Token. You're not required to use it, but you will get better rates if you decide to, you know, get your loans in CEL or Cell Token, and you're going to get better payouts. But I wanted to give you and you're not required to use it. I'm just saying that's one of the things that I don't necessarily like about this platform versus BlockFi. BlockFi, you're only using Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and 2 different stable coins. Here, they're really pushing and they're really incentivizing the Cell Token. And if the network grows, then obviously the price of that token is going to go up, but it really is just an altcoin. Okay, that's just the long and the short of it. Let's call a spade a spade. They're really promoting their altcoin. But you can definitely use other coins as far as your leverage, or I'm sorry, not leverage, as far as your collateral, or as far as your interest-bearing accounts. So obviously you have your big ones. You have Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. All 3 of these are going to be available on BlockFi as well. The numbers that you see in green here, this is the percentage that you will get paid if you use Cell Token, which is their coin. The black is what you get paid if you utilize fiat or the coins that are listed here. However, these are the extra coins that are available on the network that you can leverage, that you can stake, that you can definitely utilize. If you have them, say, sitting in a hardware wallet and you want to take a portion of it and earn some interest here, you can. In my opinion, it's much better than leaving it on an exchange. But again, you want to make sure that you understand that whatever you use here is considered risk capital. This is the capital that, you know, at this point in time, if you deposit your coins or your private keys onto this network, they're not your keys. There's good faith and trust that you'll get a return and that they will transfer them back to you, but the only 100% guaranteed way to know that your Bitcoins are your Bitcoins or your cryptos, if you hold the private keys in a hardware wallet, offline, in a non-custodial wallet, period, end of story. Having said that, you can utilize other cryptos here: Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Stellar, True USD, DAI, USDC, 0x, Zcash, Dash, GUSD, Paxos, Tether, and then also EOS. Now, and you get some other stable coins and other currencies like the British pound, the Canadian dollar, Hong Kong dollar, Australian dollar. So there are a lot of stablecoin options here where you can earn interest, which is very compelling. But I do really like the fact that, you know, if you have Ripple, you can actually make a lot of money on that instead of using in a hardware wallet, or Mise Go, Bitcoin Cash, 0x, Zcash, one of my favorite cryptos as well. So you have a lot of different options that you are not going to have on BlockFi. There is a calculator here where you can basically, very, very simple here, you can choose what you want for your collateral: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, XRP, Litecoin, Dash, EOS. You can put the loan amount. It'll tell you what the collateral it is that you need to put up, what the loan to value is, 25%, 33%, 50%, and it will tell you exactly what interest you will earn, okay? So you can choose your term: 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Again, only put up here what you're technically willing to risk. I mean, you're not really risking, other than the sense of you're forfeiting your private keys temporarily. Okay, it's not like you're gambling. It's not like you're doing bets and things of that nature. But you're basically taking your coins and you're putting it on this network to leverage interest gaining. So and you can choose any amount of term that you want here. It gives you sort of a comparison chart between Nexo, BlockFi, and then obviously the traditional fiat banking system, and the rates that you earn on Celsius Network are much higher. You're going to get a much higher return in terms of USD, BTC, ETH on the Celsius Network here than you would on BlockFi. So you can kind of see a comparison here. I won't spend too much time because you can check out the website and see for yourself. But what I really, really like here, and I can't say that this is the case for BlockFi, but no withdrawal fees, no early termination fees, no default fees, okay? So it makes it very, very compelling that you're not getting a lot of fees to use their platform. It's very, very compelling to test it out, to deposit maybe a couple $100 worth of your crypto. Let it sit on the wallet there. Watch how much interest you're earning just by letting it sit there. And over time, you can, pull it out. Like it says here, there's no early withdrawal fees or termination fees. And then you can also calculate, if you need to get a cash loan. If you just want to use your Bitcoin or your Ethereum or any of your crypto as collateral, that means as long as you pay back the fiat loan, you're getting all your crypto back. So you're not cashing out, or you're not risking your crypto. This is just as collateral in case you default or you don't pay back the money. So this is a really good way to leverage crypto that you have without spending it and being able to use it to pay off other fiat debts that you may have. And then as long as you're responsible and you pay it back, you're going to get all your crypto back and any appreciation that it's had during that time as well. So in my opinion, this is a very effective tool to take some of your crypto and earn interest with it. It's similar in the sense of leaving it in a bank, except the banking system right now with everything that's going on, I don't trust it with a 10-foot pole. I would much rather take an amount of my crypto that I'm okay with forfeiting the private keys on and earning interest and letting it sit in one of these interest-bearing accounts, okay? Again, the majority of my holdings are going to be in cold storage on a hardware wallet where they're not going to be moved, period. But it should be worth considering that this is far, far better than leaving it on an exchange, because the exchange is making money on you if you just leave your crypto on the exchange. At least here, even though you don't control your private keys, you're earning interest on it. And then B, this does give you a tool in a real world use case where you can actually use your crypto for something in the real world that you may or may not need to use. But at very least, if it's sitting in a software wallet, a desktop wallet, or an exchange, it's no different than leaving it here, except here you're earning interest for your crypto. Okay? I cannot stress that enough. You might as well be earning interest on what you already own just by letting it sit there at very, very least. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of close up my rant there. It's been a very interesting week in the global financial markets to begin with, but I wanted to bring this to your attention. I did deposit a small amount. I'm not going to disclose, but I did disclose a small amount of my deposit a small amount of my crypto onto this platform because it did allow me to leverage some of the altcoins that I have that are not Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum that I could not do on Blockfi. So I just wanted to give it a test, and very, very excited to see how it plays up. I'll do a follow-up video in a few months to kind of let you know how it's going and kind of go from there. I didn't participate in the CEL token myself. I just don't know enough about it, so I went with just the crypto altcoin of my choice to start earning interest. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave it down below, and I will answer it personally. If you're new to the channel, we talk about ways and methods to protect your private keys, secure your crypto, and tools and resources to help use your crypto for your own good and to be safe. So if that sounds like it's something that you're interested in, please subscribe. And I am going to go ahead and wrap that up here. Crypto Renegade out.